2 shootings leaving 2 people dead just a few feet away from this recreational center behind me. I'm Terry Gilliam in Griffin Heights, where community members are disappointed and confused.
Y'all need to come out and join these leaders and work with them so that we can get this thing calmed down.
I don't know if we can ever stop it, but I do believe that we can definitely begin to find ways to intervene.
Yo. IUIC.
You are now lying.
Let's go. Stand behind us, protect you. Stand beside us, respect you. But if you stand in the way, then you gon' rue the day when we have to dissect you. Rain fire upon the tempter. Who's hot, take the temperature.
Hey, Shalom Israel, Most High in Christ bless, Officer Amos. We're here at the Lawrence Gregory Community Center. We came in to meet my brother Eugene from the Nation of Islam. Tell us about what we talked about today.
We're excited that we have brothers like Brother Amos to bring us that food, to bring us that nourishment, and this is what we're lacking in our community.
And we're fighting for the same cause. So, Lord's will, you're going to see more of this. We're going to be working together more.
Right.
And I look forward to working
right.
more.
Absolute, we got a bishop on deck. See what I'm saying? Absolute, we got a bishop on deck. Absolute, we got a bishop on deck. Absolute, see my bishop on deck. All rise on feet, show respect. All these damn dogs get checked. Hey, see what I'm saying? Hey, shout him out. Tuesday, shout him out. Tuesday, put in work, reach the people, see my bishop, he don't play. Shout him out. Tuesday, shout him out. Tuesday, put in work, reach the people, see my bishop, he don't play. Shout him out. Tuesday, shout him out. Tuesday, put in work, reach the people, see my bishop, he don't play. Shout him out. Tuesday, shout him out. Tuesday, put in work, reach the people, see my bishop, he don't play. Absolute, we got the bishop on deck. On deck. Absolute, we got the bishop on deck. See what I'm saying? Absolute, we got the bishop on deck.
Shalom, brothers. Shalom, sisters. Bishop Nathaniel here. You know what day it is. That's right. It is Shout Out Tuesday. It's Shout Out Tuesday. And you know how I love to read your letters of exhortation and your donations of support. But before I do that, I often love to cover a little bit of our hidden history. Shout out to some good history right there. So what I want you all to do is get your libations on and get your diet food. That's right, I said diet food. You know, some diet food can be good and tasty, you know. We're going to stop going to Piggly Wigglies. We're going to stop going to Mickey D's. We're going to stop going to Wendy's. We're going to stop going to fast food, processed sugars. We're going to stop all that. I know I did. Shoot, most had to jack me up. You better stop eating that stuff. Shoot. So we've got to live a more hygienic life, however you say the word. You know I'm black. Hygienic life, more clean living, clean eating. How about that? Now, it ain't difficult. It's easy. Just get your mind to it. Set your mind to it. Anyway, let's take a look at this history clip, and I'll be right back, all right? Atlas Geographus, or a complete system of geography, ancient and modern for Africa. This is volume 4, printed in 1714. Let's go over to page 39. Now I have this book in another format, but the print is so small. Remember, these are reprints. Leo says there are other kingdoms on the southern frontier of this country, talking about Africa, which are inhabited by a rich, industrious, and just sort of people. Judaism was the religion of the ancient Africans for a long time, and succeeded by Christianity. But Mohammedanism, Islam, prevailed in the 208th year of the Hijra, when all the Jews, Christians, and professors of the African religion that could be found were put to death. Yet in process of time, their intestine quarrels made them neglect Muhammad's law and revolt from the Caliph of Baghdad, for which they were severely punished by the Mohammedan caliphs, who caused all their books to be burnt on suspicion that the knowledge of the arts and sciences prompted them to contemn Muhammad's law. Y'all see that? All right. Here's, you see Spain there. All right, I want you to look at the borders of Africa. There's Arabia. Let me just come in closer. All right. There's Somaliland. This is the Horn of Africa. Ethiopia, called Abyssinia at this time. I want you to notice where they got the Jews located at. There's the Falashas there. Look over here, Yemen Jews. That's in Arabia. But I want to focus on Africa. All right. Taliban Jews, a pre-exilic Yahwism. That's for those that followed Yahweh. All right. Let's move over. Let's move over. I'm going to go down to the bottom. Look. Loando Jews. This is on the coast of Africa. All right. Mavumbu Jews. Look. This is what I was just showing you in the other books. San Tome Jews. Remember the Jews were cast out of Spain and sent to San Tome or St. Thomas. That's that island right there. All right. Look, Levite cities. Where amongst the houses? You know, a lot of you Nigerians, you hate the houses. There's Cameroons. Levite cities over here. This is Nigeria. See? Nigeria. Nigeria. You got Levite cities there. All right. This book is the Encyclopedia Americana, complete in 30 volumes. I'm going to page 217. I just want the highlighted section here. Pay close attention. Slavery was due to raids of Arabs and Hamites on Negro communities. What does that prove? That statement proves that the scholars know that the Negroes do not descend from Ham, but instead they descend from Shem. Okay? So this lie that the Negroes come out of Ham is a lie. So this statement right there, that one statement proves our point and proves God's point. Race and slavery in the Middle East. An historical inquiry by Bernard Lewis. Now, as you can see, you see our people at the bottom, slaves, okay? Don't let it fool you. We were slaves to the Arabs. Page 22. I'll read that top paragraph right there. As between Arabs and Africans, the situation is more difficult to assess. There are verses, indeed many verses, attributed to pre-Islamic and early Islamic poets, which would suggest very strongly a feeling of hatred and contempt directed against persons of African birth or origin. Do y'all see that? Page 53. Therefore, the Negro nations are, as a rule, submissive to slavery, because Negroes have little that is essentially human and have attributes that are quite similar to those of dumb animals, as we have stated. Woo! Now that was some good stuff, if I do say so myself. That was good. I really enjoyed it. I could sit there and watch these little clips all day. That's just me, just to get it in my head, my spirit, and my soul. So I know what I know. Okay, because you know some of us like me have short-term memory. You know, you remember for a good 5, maybe 10 minutes after that, boop, you forget again. So I got to sit down and look at it all over again. So now what's today? Today we're going to talk about, y'all know I'm still talking about Islam. That's right. I'm talking about Islam again. Black Muslims don't want to talk about Islam, not in the context of the trueness of the history on how they destroyed us. They don't want to talk about it. They want to try and fluff it up and make it seem like it's of God. It's God sent. It's glorious. All right. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to take a look at a clip by a brother named Rashad Abdul Rahman.
So really, our Islamic identity as Muslims, and I would just say Muslims in general, how does that affect or how does that influence a person's ethnic identity and culture?
So how does the Muslim identity affect the ethnic identity?
Correct.
Yeah, I was doing it. That's a real good question. I was doing an interview earlier this week, and the interviewer was asking me something similar. He made the point that, you know, where Islam went around the world, it had its different, he used the word flavors, and meaning that Islam expressed itself in different ways depending upon where the religion spread to. So I want to say something similar. It's important for us to understand that the religion, Islam, does not come to do away with any culture, any ethnic identity, anything like that. What the religion comes to do is it really augments, it improves upon, it accepts what's already good and positive in a people's culture. It accepts it. As long as what those people have in their culture is not some form of debauchery or immorality. If it's free of that, if it doesn't promote ignorance, mistreatment of other people, oppression, etc. If the culture doesn't have those elements, then Islam welcomes those. It accommodates those different forms of cultural expression. If that particular culture that those people have who become Muslim, if that culture does have those types of elements, Islam rids it of them. It rids it of those things that bring down the value of human life. And that's really what the issue is. Because our religion is aimed at bringing out the best in the human creation that Allah made. And Allah, He says Himself in the Quran that He made us tribes and nations, lita'arafu, that you come to know one another. And then He says elsewhere in the Quran that in our variations in color and in our languages.
All right, you saw it for yourself. You heard it for yourself. Now, some stuff to take in. The video, like I said, is an hour and so long. I listened. He never mentions the evil the Arab Muslims did or are doing to our people. Never talked about it, never addressed it. And the reason I said did and are doing is because, remember, Libya only stopped selling black people as slaves because God sent an earthquake to Libya. Let me say it again. The only reason the Arabs stopped selling us as slaves in Libya is because God sent an earthquake through there. Get mad if you want. I don't give a daggone. So anyway, our brother Rashid, he's all over the place. He throws in some Arabic words to appear deep. It reminds me of when you talk to Christians, you know how in the middle of a sentence they'll in some imaginary language. But he knows some Arabic and he'll throw it in, to make you appear, make you think he's real deep. Now, I don't want to disrespect my brother. I do love our people. But Islam is not the way. So my complaint isn't towards Brother Rashad because all he knows is Islam. But my problem is the religion of Islam, just like the religion of Christianity. So don't take it personal. All right, I want to listen good to what I'm saying. I don't want nobody to take it personal. I don't want to make it seem like it's a personal attack. The Brother Rashad, I don't know him. He never did nothing to me. My problem is the religion of the Arabs. That is my issue. That is my problem. Okay, that's God's issue. That's God's problem. Okay, so again, did you notice how he glorified the religion that destroyed and separated our people? I did. I peeped it. He glorified this thing. It's like when you listen to Christians and they glorify Christianity, which was the authors of the transatlantic slave trade under Pope Nicholas V. So now we got Islam. And our brothers are glorifying Islam, which started at the time of Muhammad. Okay, Muhammad began the sub-Saharan slave trade. Muhammad began the Arab Muslim slave trade, the Indian Ocean slave trade. It has several names. Okay, Muhammad started that. And they went throughout Africa and killed, destroyed, murdered, enslaved, and raped. Are y'all kidding me? Am I the only one that's reading this history? Come on, y'all. And now, if you didn't pick anything up, one thing you could have picked up is that they don't know who they are. Muslims, just like Christians, have no identity. Our people as a whole suffer a loss of identity. But watch what God said in the book of Isaiah concerning his people, the 12 tribes of Israel. Verse 3, Isaiah 1 verse 3, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. Okay, so let's go through that again. The ox knoweth his owner. Who is our owner? The Most High God. In the Hebrew, his name is Yahweh. In the English, you say it Jehovah. Okay? It says, and the ass his master's crib. Our master's crib is Jerusalem, the land of Israel, which extended from the tip of Egypt up to the Euphrates River. Okay? Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 11, and I'll start at verse 22 just to show you the map of our homeland. And it reads, now remember, this is on the continent of Africa. Listen good. This is taking place on the continent of Africa. We had just made our exodus from Egypt. We were going further north on the continent of Africa. This is before the Suez Canal, before the Suez Canal was created. So listen closely. Deuteronomy 11:22. For if ye shall diligently keep all these commandments, which I command you, to do them, to love the Lord your God, to walk in all his ways, and to cleave unto him, then will the Lord drive out all these nations from before you, and ye shall possess greater nations and mightier than yourselves. Verse 24. Every place whereon the sole of your feet shall tread shall be yours. From the wilderness, that's Egypt, the tip of Egypt, and Lebanon, see it goes up to Lebanon, and from the river Euphrates, all the way up to there, even unto the utmost sea, the Mediterranean, shall be your coast. You see how big Israel is? Okay. So it goes from the wilderness of Egypt all the way up to the Euphrates River. That's up near Syria. Okay. Look at it. Look at it. So that little dot you see on the map today, no. That ain't what the Bible say.
Attention Israel. Shout Out Tuesday will no longer be hosted on YouTube. For all future viewing, go over to and subscribe to IUIC TV. And remember, stay in the spirit. Shalom, Most High in Christ bless.